My name is Owen Beardsmore and I run a company called Cervus UK. We manage wild deer populations throughout the UK, but predominantly in the southern England. In the last 15-20 years we've seen a huge rise in all 6 species of the deer, but we mainly kind of work with fallow, roe and muntjac in the areas that we've got. We manage woodlands for estates, farmers and foresters, and we keep the wild deer population, or try to keep the wild deer population at a level which is acceptable to all of those. Well, we started with thermals probably about 15 years ago, and it was just spotting a heat source, and the modern thermal optics, be it a spotter or a rifle scope, it's changed how we work, you know, because they're so clear now, they're smooth to operate, and the ability for those sensors now to detect the variation in heat gives you an image that gives you a 3D depth. So you can actually assess the animal, whereas before we just looked for a white spot in some bushes. Now we can see the complete shape, and in many cases, if we're within 50 metres, we can actually see antler definition. So it's an incredible tool to our toolkit, and an essential one, because we get to spot deer in their habitat much quicker, and then we can make effective decisions where we decide if that is a suitable animal, if it's in season, and beyond that, if it's got a safe backstop, etc. So it's essential to our business, and we can't work without them, really. Well, Noctix is pretty new to the market, and we've been using thermal for 10 or 15 years, so it was exciting to receive their products and get to test them out in the field. I mean, we're cruel on everything we use. We have rain, wind, snow, bangs, knocks, getting onto quad bikes, getting gear in and out of trucks. We're cruel, we really are. But Noctix has really performed excellently, and we've been so pleased with what we've had and what we've seen. But I think if I was to think about it as the new boy in town, the thing that's really impressed us is the clarity and the refresh rate, what we see through them. It's just incredible. Able to video what we do, so we can look back at what we've done, be it a shot, maybe we've took a shot, clients took a shot with the rifle, I filmed it in the Vista, and then we can look back if it's not quite reacted to shot, and we can replay that and make decisions on the follow-up or where it's located. And of course, if it's long cover, we can just go straight out, look for it. It's putting my dog out of business. Well, I'm pretty new to using thermal rifle scopes, to be honest. When we first received it, we put it on one of our rifles, and one of the guys that helps me, Pete, he used it for foxing immediately, and he was the guy that got used to it, and he said, well, you've got to come over and have a look at this. So we went over one evening, went out foxing with him, and we actually made a film about it. But the ease of use of the Ace for somebody who was not initially used to using thermal technology to shoot through was incredible. Variety of colour palettes, as I said, ease of use, and you could just scroll through the menu very simply. It was very easy for us to set up, and then we could also dial in our ballistics, and that 50mm objective lens really lets the light in that gives the sensor the ability to create this incredible image. So we then started using that legally to shoot deer at very first light, that half an hour when it's virtually dark, and that very half an hour at the end. So fully legal, out we go. And that really helped us get difficult species like red deer, fallow deer after Christmas, you know, when those does really know what's happening, to get some in the larder. And it became an essential part of a kit. And yeah, the Ace has been a revelation really for what we've done. I couldn't do without it, to be honest now. Well, the integrated LRF for sure, that ranges out to 1200 metres. I mean, that's a game changer that you don't have to swap and range find with your binoculars. You can look at it straight through the scope. I mean, that's the first thing. Other things about the Ace, I like its robustness. I like the recoil activated video. So again, when we've shot, we can record what we've done. And I think the outstanding thing is always, with the Noctix, is the quality of the image that you're getting. It's just incredible. I mean, I use the white hot is my choice, but you can go through a complete colour palette to decide what you want to do. But yeah, that's definitely one of the most important things to me.